All right, Gemini, welcome back. So the first video was a quick one, pulling the cards and having a quick look at the initial energy, the initial feeling, and my intuition, my first reaction. So Gemini, this does remind me of your energy, the swan. Let's get that into focus a little bit. So as you can see, the swan, there's two. This is the duality. Just like Geminis, some people do get our energy a little bit wrong. As Gemini is defined as the sign of the twins, Mercury, almost like in two minds, but it's not actually two people. It is the duality, that balance within you, all right? So you have that gift of the masculine and the feminine, and as all signs, as all things, when there is a positive, there's always, I don't want to say the word negative, but there's always something that is not as positive. So the downfall, let's just say, right? So in two minds, that you're able to really break down things a lot faster, almost that energy of decoder, someone that likes gematria, numbers, knowledge, cracking that code, very curious and playful energy. So just likes to know things. So as you can see, the swan is really one swan in this clear energy. I've never noticed that before. I always get really magnetized towards the swan because it's just so beautiful, right? Very, not alluring. I wanted to say alluring. Maybe like magnetic. People can't help but stare. Geminis are that energy, air, mutable, and fun. All right, so this is one swan, one person, but the depth, a deeper aspect, the reflection. It's almost like this is yourself, the Gemini energy. And as you can see, the swan's looking down, like as if swimming in a pond, a pool of water, and is looking down at the reflection. So it's almost like the reflection that you see is not yourself, right? It's not actually yourself. It's a reflection. So this is looking at almost like when you look in a mirror. If you like, when you look in a mirror, everything is opposite. So I feel like when you take that look into your reflection, it could also be just projection that other people have of you. So others' reflection, projection that they have of themselves put onto you. Geminis tend to project back like a mirror. So I feel like you can really see that very, very empathic energy. She's very deep thought, almost like trying to see what others see, you know, and it's like trying to see, is that who I am? Is that true? And definitely say the answer would be no. If it's not something that right away you feel connects. Because again, Gemini is all about duality, the connections. So I feel like The mind is so powerful with Gemini's Mercury, right? It's the mind, thought, perspective. The mind is so powerful. Again, there is that flip side that when your mind can put too much thought into something that you already knew, right? You already knew yourself, or you already had a good, you already knew, maybe you don't know everything about yourself, but I feel like in this presence, I feel like you definitely know what you're not. So, seeing this as not to put too much thought and sacrifice your growth, because I feel like this is dimming you, right? It's like kind of curled over and looking down. Meant to hold your head up. Because you see, like, you know, like this, totally different than when you see this, right? Things are not in the right place. So it's like when somebody is also looking at you, it's not the same as knowing yourself. Again, what people see and others are always, yes, their own opinion, their own judgment, what they know, right, about yourself, about the other person, but there's always an aspect of themselves, because it kind of like everyone's life experience kind of gets put into this energy when it's say you are playful and curious and lighthearted. So say somebody could say, I'm a Gemini, so if somebody could say, and I am using my own reference, not calling out Geminis, some people could say, you know, you need to grow up, or you know, you need to be realistic, you need to be serious. Why can't you be serious, right? Why are you always joking around? And it kind of like dims you in a way where you're like, oh, like I didn't realize I was doing something wrong. I'm just being yourself and being judged. But yet I feel like this is an aspect of themselves. Aspect of who they think they're meant to be, who everybody is meant to be. Everyone's beliefs can rub off on each other when really we're also different. I feel like the swan is kind of like that. Swan's just so beautiful, and it really reminds me of that black swan, the one that may have a different coloring. I'm not trying to say it this to do with anything to do with any ethnicity, and I'm not trying to talk about that. I'm just meaning like something, maybe you have a birthmark, like just something, you know, I see maybe like this black around the eye, you know what I mean? Maybe that's different. So perspective, well, nobody else has that, so why do you have that? And it's kind of like whatever it is gets you in that mindset of that. I feel like you weren't even thinking about that before, right? Now it's like, oh, well, I never thought about that, but is it true? So I feel like this is really taking away from your life of the party energy. Life of the party meaning like you bring the life to the party. You bring life and joy. And I feel like some people can just want to bring others down. Some people just like to be judgmental. So, and things people can tell us, right? Things that just along the way that we're told, family tell us, like our belief system. I feel like, see how there's like egg, this white all around. I feel like you may be I feel like it's like you're blending in. You're starting to think maybe you should blend in and not stand out, be your true self, right? And it does weigh down on the heart when we close ourselves off from an aspect that is quite beautiful and is meant to, a very important aspect of yourself that is meant to shine, right? Because it's really going to attract the right people and it's going to build bonds. And I feel like that part gets rejected because not all can see the bright side of life. Not all can bring positive even during a rainstorm, dancing in the rain, you know. So blending in, I feel like it's causing the energy to kind of pull away from you, kind of bubbling yourself off, kind of like almost going back in the egg, so to speak, you know. Yeah, so this is all about that deep dive, all right, where it's very important part of the journey to always reflect, you know, if you want to put a little bit of thought into what people are saying, because maybe it could be for the benefit, right? Not always negative, but I feel like in this essence, it's all about telling you, no, don't be like that. And it's something about yourself that is going to bring out a very important part of this journey. Yeah, so, okay, and then we have the Lamb. So the Lamb came out first. So I feel like this is your main energy. You're kind of shying away, you know, definitely not being ferocious and fierce and standing your ground. And I feel like you're meant to, I was gonna say attack, but no, you're meant to show those spots. You're meant to show the differences, the indifferences, meant to really not run away from things and blend in. I feel like this is opposite. This is like being proud of your spots. Be proud of you may have freckles. You know, I'm in my 30s now, and I always had freckles when I was growing up, and nobody had freckles, and nobody, I don't know, it was like I didn't like them. And now you see people tattooing them, and I mean, I think they're adorable, but it's so crazy that at certain times in our life, we don't really know better. We don't know. It's like, it's just easier to blend in than to contradict or to be that contrast, right? And I feel like this is your purpose, to dive right into that uniqueness. And it's like that brings in this energy, this whirlwind energy, which is activating your strength, activating courage. Like this energy is waiting to rush in. So don't dim yourself. Don't block yourself off from what was lifting you up, what was activating you, right? So yeah, the cheetah doesn't want to back down. It's fast, very fast. It's activation, movement, purpose. So I feel like it's time to remind yourself who you are. Remind yourself of how you feel now, and does that feel, if it doesn't feel good, you know, believing what other people are saying, I feel like this is closing off the energy. So that is a sure sign that that's not true. Your truth will bring in this energy of strength, passion, bold, desire, going after what you want. So this cheetah knows what they want. And I feel like you are just, because Geminis, we can tend to change our mind a lot. So it is easy to get into our heads, our own heads. We don't always believe what other people say, but sometimes those thoughts, you know, they leak in a little bit and it starts to stir the pot, the overthinking. Yeah, so don't allow others that have taken you for granted, vulture. Don't allow others that don't see you, right? And they don't see you for who you are. Because the vulture energy is a very undermined energy. You know, we don't recognize the hard work. They are that cleanup crew. They're not actually a vicious. They're the ones that come in after and do all the dirty work. And they don't really get any praise for this. Not that they look for it, but they get a bad rap. So I feel like this is like you are wondering what did you do to feel like this? Well, this is part of your lesson to pull yourself out of it. That sometimes we need to, need to be reminded that who we are. And sometimes it takes some negative feedback to snap yourself out of it and remind yourself that no matter what people say, it's like, no, I know I am. It's like you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, I'm beautiful. The spot on my face, that beauty mark, those freckles are making me unique, you know? And it's like you're that trendsetter, not even on purpose, but it's like owning something that is so different, but it's like how you hold yourself. That's what makes it magnetic and attractive, is that you're unique and you own it. Don't shy away. Don't put your head in the sand. It's beautiful. And I feel like others are going to see you as this kind soul, this peaceful. Lamb is peaceful. I feel like you're not here to cause conflict and trouble and harm and say mean things back to others, you know? I feel like that's not your energy. So I feel like it's very important just to keep focused on, stay focused on your purpose, your fire, your desire, your creativity is running very high. You have the energy, you have the vitality. They're just needing to remind yourself that you're that curious, playful energy. So others may look at you even with a little bit of maybe jealousy. So it can come off as being that mean girl energy or mean boy energy, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so I feel like you're meant to shine. This is something that you're meant to shine, not shy away from. It would be a waste to let your energy. Okay, I'm going to pick a card. I've been working on these. I haven't used them yet. Not done, but let's just see. Okay, so this is going to be a rare gift that you will be receiving. Ooh, okay, so we have Leo. This could be a person, a Leo. You could be a Leo. You could have Leo in your chart, since this is Gemini energy. I feel like this is bringing in the sun. Leo is the 5th house, all about self. It could be awareness. Oh yes, awareness that Leos are meant to be confident in who they are. Not let that people-pleasing, go with the flow energy dissolve who you are. It's all about the heart space. Your heart wants to be seen for who you are. It doesn't want to be closed off. It doesn't want to feel not wanted, right? So this Leo, this is about your strength, your inner strength, your courage, determination, you know, and that's the cheetah. Yeah, it's a lot of beautiful fire and earth, air, a little bit of everything. So Lamb is that peaceful. Go ahead and read it quickly. All right, I'm going to close this off. So if you're still here, like, subscribe. Gemini, my fellow Gemini. I am a 3 times Gemini. Mercury, Mercury, Mercury. Oh, yes. On that note, Mercury retrograde will be starting on the 2nd of May. All right, Gemini. And yeah, going into Gemini season. So hope you guys are ready to get that warm weather. I don't know where you guys are living, but I'm in Canada, so getting that warm weather slowly. All right, I don't know, I'm on Earthworm. So shy, reluctant to share the inner vision. I'm not going to read it, but I feel like that's this, you know, when you get in that shadow side of your mind being sabotaged by other people's doings, other people's opinions. I feel like you are a kind, empathetic person that doesn't say those kinds of things to people. So I feel like that's why you're kind of looking at yourself like, I don't think it's your first impression that people are just always, you know, looking to bash somebody if they're not happy. So you're not meant to hold on to that. You're meant to shine. You're meant to be your beautiful, authentic self. Curious, youthful. You bring that energy, all right? And I feel like during this retrograde, this is time to really examine what has happened. You know, kind of revise, rewind, revise. Mercury will not go backwards, but it will stop moving as everything else will keep moving. And that's this cheetah. I feel like you're going to be able to see. You're going to be able to see the truth. All right? You're going to be able to see through what you were maybe missing because it was just happening so fast. This is slowing down the energy of the mind. And here you are revving up your purpose and letting all of those false narratives dissolve. And Lamb, so we have peaceful, prophetic, and patient. Yeah, so be patient with yourself, all right? Because, you know, sometimes the world gives us no choice. We have to be patient. Can't wait for others, right, to change. You know, we just have to, the prophetics, yeah, so understand that people are on a journey of self-realization, and this is how sometimes the shadow side comes out. So Lamb is the bearer of an important message. Its contents can only be heard when a deep level of quiet has been established. So quieting the mind. So Lamb energy is the honest guidance you hear from an old friend, a young child, or sometimes a surprising stranger. Though the Lamb message may channel through another person, the wisdom resonates within you. Excuse me. It will repeat and reverberate until you listen. So it's patiently within you. It's always there. It's waiting. It's patient. It's gentle. Waiting for you to listen. Waiting for you to stop questioning yourself. Stop hiding yourself. The wisdom is within you. If it doesn't resonate with you as what you thought you were before, then it's not for you, that energy with her. So this is, I feel like other people's insecurities could be channeling through you as a projection, as a mirror. So another person may be saying these things, thinking them of themselves, right? Not aware that their ego, they're sunnier days. So trust that your inner strength Trust that when you approach this gentle creature with utmost patience and reverence, truth is a gift. Sit still, listen, and receive. Yeah, so that's inner strength. You know, when you go through a tough time, that's Leo, that's that strength card. 8, the infinite cycles that will push you to your limits, and then you will grow stronger, and you will fight or flight. You will sit with the truth. It's a gift. The present is a gift. I feel like the sun's coming in with this awareness. It's almost like a new, I feel like the 8 of Cups, you're walking away from that old energy, you know, and you're walking towards a beautiful sunset on a beach. So patience. Patience is required right now. Trust that what you're being shown, what you know within you, what you know about yourself, all right, that is the truth. What you are, when you are still, right, kind of reflecting, trust the wisdom inside, this gentle energy that you are a creature with the utmost patience. Be true to yourself. Understand that there's something that within this wisdom of an important message that you come with you come with a deeper level of understanding. Your contents is greater and might go beyond what other people have as their content, you know, as their journey. We're all different, and trust what you know. Trust your truth. Others don't know your truth. So have that strength to shut down others' opinions. Have the strength to look at this as a gift. You don't need to always repair the situation. Go in and clean up other people's messes. All right, this is time to stop the people-pleasing, the awareness, and trust that you are, oh my gosh, meant to shine. Yeah, don't let other people tell you who you are. Don't let pride get in the way. Yeah, don't. The full moon. So I feel like that's coming to an ending. It's in full effect. That awareness, that journey of strength. I feel like you have been moving away from things that you just finding are not true about others and what others are think about you. You know, it's like you are strong enough to face what needs to be seen. Your commitment is being tested. Yes, first quarter moon. Okay, wow. Now, stage 1 of 4. It's like you're a quarter of the way done. A quarter of the way done. There's 4 quarters in 12. So that's like you're in the third quarter. In the first quarter, yeah. So it'd be like 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, so the first, that's like, that's Mercury. Your commitment to yourself. Your commitment is being tested if you are truly aware of who you are, or are you going to believe others and what they tell you? Yeah, that's oh my gosh. And when I looked at that card, whoa, I literally just saw a person, not person, but like a figure. I've never noticed that. Okay, let me get a good. It's like kind of like smoke. Here's the moon, all right, and you can see the outline, the stars. It's like breaking through. There's a breakthrough. This is a test to see if you know your own strength. The Queen of Swords, to test you. Are you going to fall short? Or are you going to hold your sword high? Hold your head high. Because you're a being. You are a being out of this world. And I feel like, yeah, you're breaking out the old. All right, don't let your past hold you back. This is shining light on trusting who you are, and even if it is going to shake some, you know, like it's going to shake some feathers, create some waves, tides, the stone, nothing is set in stone, mutable, and Gemini, you're mutable. So the test, the tides, how are you going to take this test? Are you going to pull out a surfboard, you know, and just ride those waves? Or are you going to do nothing and sink like a stone? The test. That you're not meant to commit to anything, but your commitment. It's like nothing is a test, yet everything is a test. And commitments are always being changed, like the phases, the tides, they're always changing. They're up, they're down. It's always flow of movement, and nothing is stuck. If it's windy, if it's the waves are really high and stormy, nothing can stay like that. Water has to flow. It's not going to, you're not going to get stuck like that. Prosperity, Taurus, yeah, and that's all about, it's all about breaking out of what you're holding on to. You're going towards a commitment ahead. What lies ahead is a commitment towards prosperity. So this universe is testing to see if you're ready. All right. So unleash your soft side, calm the water, calm, be the water, create the waves, and know that what you're bringing in is love, financial gains, and I feel like something that is stronger, something that's more grounded, and something that is going to move you towards the beach, you know, where the water is just very calm, sandy, soft, where you can relax. You can relax and not have to fight anymore. All right? So know that don't test, always test the water before you go in. But never forget that during this test, the water can always change directions, always, so be prepared. Be prepared and commit to your goals, because you feel like this is new beginning, new energy coming in that is going to bring in something that is really going to allow you to break free and start this new cycle. All right? Keep shining, Gemini. You're amazing. And don't forget, you're the magician. You're that mutable air. And your mind is a masterpiece. Till next time. Bye.